Peace, family. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye coming to you once again, as usual, every Saturday on time to share with you what the Creator has blessed me with in honor of the ancestors. I would like for you to view the rest of my videos on various topics, that are essential for us as a people, as I usually say. Also, push like and subscribe and pass it on because all of us have something to offer. So let us maximize our purpose for being here by sharing, what we have been blessed with. There's no other giving that is greater. There's no other law that is greater than giving. So today, family, is a powerful subject matter that we're going to talk about today, and that's on strength. Strength. Now, there is physical strength and inner strength, and we're going to talk about both of those things. But first, let's start off with what is strength? Well, strength means the quality or state of being physically strong. In other words, withstanding great force or pressure. Now, let me give you some synonyms of strength so that you can see a wider scope on what strength is all about. Now, some of the synonyms, there's many synonyms, but I like to share with you the ones that comes to my mind. And they are assertion, enthusiasm, resist force, solidity, toughness, power, potency, and positive. Now, there are also opposites, which are antonyms, and the opposite of strength is lazy, weak, no endurance, being a pushover, complaining, and being negative. So those are some of the synonyms and antonyms. Also, strength is the ability to resist force or to overcome resistance, in other words. The ability to overcome resistance or act uh, um, or act against resistance. See, a lot of things is coming to my mind all at once. So I want to give you this picture, on what strength is all about. Again, strength is overcoming resistance or acting against resistance. So this is what you call maximizing your force that you should apply. Resisting, to overcome resistance or act against resisting. Now, as I go along, I would like for you to, think in terms of, do I fit the category of strength? And be honest with yourself, because some of us have a false sense of security here based on the enemy's interpretation and definition of things. But I'm going to give you the true definition. I'm not coming to change anything. I'm coming to reinforce what's already here. So, when you apply strength to your life, what happens? When you apply strength to life, what you're doing is saying that you're good enough, you're brave enough, and you're strong enough to handle or overcome any obstacles, whether they're things or people. That you are good enough, brave enough, and strong enough. Yes, it is the realization that you are capable of, being and doing whatever you put your mind to. You are capable of that. But unfortunately, somebody kind of made us feel that we're not capable. So a lot of us represent weakness, laziness, trying to prove what the enemy say that we are. And we need to be more conscious of not or letting the enemy win. So it is a realization that we're capable of doing anything we put our minds to by overcoming resistance, by acting against resistance. Some of us are scared, you know, uh, weak, intimidated, too fearful. But we have to overcome those things, and that's what strength is all about: overcoming and acting against uh, 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 resistance. So, family, strengths are characteristics or are characters of or character traits or skills. They are character traits or skills that are considered positive. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is being knowledgeable, being the having attributes and skills and talents. So this strength thing, man, is like something that is very important to me that we need to really pay attention to. And I just want to give you everything that I have in my mind, but I have to slow my pace down and to begin and relay this information to you, because sometimes things start rushing because I want you to have it so bad that sometimes, I go ahead of the game, so I need to calm my pace down to make sure that you really receive it the way I'm giving it to you. So once again, strengths are character traits and skills. They are traits and skills that are considered positive. And what I mean by that is knowledge, also attributes, and skills and talents. Those are the characteristics of strength. So, family, let me give you some examples of what strength is. Strength is enthusiasm. Strength is trustworthiness. And that's what Siddiqui means, trustworthy. And name means nature. So I have to have the nature of trustworthiness. And that's what I am. And all those who know me know that I am trustworthy. Also, creativity is another example of strength. Creativity, discipline, patience, respectfulness, determination, and dedication. These are some of the examples of strength that comes to mind, and there are many of them. But now that so far of what I shared with you, let us all take a moment and look in the mirror and look ourselves in the eyes, and ask ourselves, what I've shared with you so far, do I represent strength? Be honest with yourself. Be honest. So, family, I gave you examples. I gave you synonyms and antonyms. I gave you what strength is having the ability to overcome resistance and to act against resistance. And we're talking about this system here. Are we overcoming resistance? Are we acting against resistance? Or are we just going along with it? as though we are pushovers when we are the original people. We are the first when it comes to knowledge. We are first when it comes to wisdom. We are first when it comes to understanding. We are the first of whatever you can come up with that is positive, that deals with life, civilization, morals, righteousness, spirituality. So, family, strength is also the ability to, now this is important. This is really, really important. Strength is the ability to change directions quickly and powerfully. The ability to change directions quickly and powerfully. But unfortunately, a lot of us are fighting hard to stay the same. And so, how can you transform? How can you change? How can you adjust? How can you move? How can you metamorph? If you're not about, doing what needs to be done quickly and powerfully. Don't forget, we not only have the power, we are power. So again, I can't say this enough, that strength is the ability to change directions quickly and powerfully, not being passive and making excuses and all weak about it, like you're a little pushover. That's what the enemy wants us to be, pushovers, weak, doubtful, taking our time, being passive. We have to make sure that we measure up to what strength really represents. And be honest with yourself. And if you're not at that level, then continue to do that level, which repetition, through repetition. Now, repetition is the most powerful way of using intensity. Again, patience is the most important way of using intensity. And intensity is extreme force, extreme efforts, extreme execution, extreme feelings, extreme action. So repetition is over and over again. Sometimes we don't stick to nothing long enough for it to happen. A lot of us get easily distracted by those things that really don't matter, or really can be handled later. So we have to prioritize. Repetition is the key to learning. Repetition is the key to transforming from a child to a man, from feelings to thinking, from a human being to a spiritual being. Repetition is the key. That's how a lot of us got crazy to where we are. We were repetitious about satisfying this system, this educational system, which has nothing to do with us really, because we are the original educators. And now we're allowing the weaker ones to educate us. We came from eagles to chickens, but even though both of them are birds. We down on the ground clucking and pecking while the eagle flies high. And not only that, the eagles eat chickens, as I always share with you. I'm going to come with you straight, family. I'm honoring and representing the Creator and the ancestors. And I know that a lot of things that I say, you know what I mean, can be painful, and you can flag me with the hand and so forth and so on. But I'm encouraging you to take what I say and check it out for yourself. Don't be so quick to reject it. because I look like you. A lot of times we do that unfairly as though we don't know anything. But some of us have some of us have some answers, and some of us have some serious answers. And just because you never heard it before, don't be so quick to reject it. Take it with you, throw it around, study to show yourself approval, and you will appreciate it more. So, inner strength. Let's talk about that. Inner strength. Inner strength means to the possession. Possession means having. It means possessing willpower, possessing self-discipline, and possessing staying power. Wow. Family, listen to what I'm saying. This is for us. Inner strength is the most important strength. The inner strength means possession of willpower, of self-discipline, and staying power. That's what you call inner fortitude. That's what you call man up, woman up, mind up, own up, so that we can be the great examples for our youth, for our future. And the reason why they're acting up because maybe we are not doing as much as we should. Some of us say, well, I'm doing my best. Well, then what's better than best? Better. There's always room for improvement. Always room for improvement. Do better. Don't wait until the enemy tell you when to move. Move according to being a team player with the ancestors, the spiritual ancestors, those who are here representing and honoring the ancestors. Some of us are, but it's not enough. So we have to be repetitious in order to use our intensity. Be intense about your efforts, which means extreme effort, extreme execution, extreme consistency. Family, strength is what we are. We got the power. So also, we must understand and realize that our greatest weakness is letting go and let God. Did you hear me? Our greatest weakness is to let go and let God. A lot of us say, well, I left it in God's hands. But we turn right back around and take it from God as though God don't know what he's doing. Well, God, you're not moving fast enough. Or, God, why are you doing this to me? We should be careful with that. Once you give it to God, what that is called is laying your burdens down. Why go back and pick your burdens up? Lay them down and let go and let God. That means you have to have supreme faith and supreme trust while you're being patient to move on to greater heights. Let go and let God and be real with it. Be true with it. Repetition is the key to using intensity. Stick to it until you acquire the results that you're looking for. It's up to you. You're blessed through your efforts. No efforts, no blessings. A little effort, a little blessings. Medium efforts, medium blessings. A lot of efforts, a lot of blessings. So let's maximize our efforts and get maximum blessings. We deserve it, but you got to earn it. And the first thing to do is to be a team player with those who were here before us. That is extremely important, family. Inner strength, wow, is measured. There is a way of measuring it. And it's measured through the twists and the hard roads in life. When you're going through life, there's going to be a lot of twists and turns and a lot of hard roads in life. That's how you measure your strength. Can you keep on moving while the storm's going on? And some storms are unseen, and some storms have faces. Some storms we can't get over because of their faces and their titles. That's another thing we need to do. Let go and let God. That's between them and God. Once you've done all you can do, then you just got to let it go. If people don't want what you have to give them, you can't make them have it. So timing is the key. Because one thing about water seeks its level. It's just a matter of time. And you don't want to be around once it seeks its level because you might drown. So timing is the key, family. Inner strength. Wow. Means possessing willpower, self-discipline, and staying power. Wow, that's deep. Now, some traits of inner strength or some qualities of inner strength is a positive mood. That's one. Common sense, which is not common anymore. Integrity. Be a person of integrity. What about inner peace? Inner peace is balance. Balancing your mind is the key to it all. Inner peace. Determination. And a very, very warm heart. Every time I say that, I get a pumped up feeling. A very warm heart. Caring heart. These are some aspects of inner strength. Common sense, positive mood, integrity, determination, inner peace, and a very warm heart. Wow. Whew. When I got chills when I say that, family. Really. So these are some of the things that I'd like to share with you so that you can really look yourself in the face, in the eyes, in the mirror, and ask yourself, do I really represent strength? Am I in the category, I fit the category of strength? Go over this video several times to really clock it in, because these topics are really important for us to regain our balance. We got to go back and get it. We got to go Sankofa. We left too much behind when we so-called integrated. When they say, okay, everybody's equal right now. Well, once y'all had a 500-year start, how can we ever measure up? Don't play their game. Get out of the game and be real. I'm encouraging you, family. I'm encouraging you to represent strength. You can't fool life. You can't fool energy. You can't fool the universe. You can't fool God. So be true to yourself. Make it real and keep it real. In conclusion, family, our greatest strength is being open-minded and flexible. Open-minded and flexible. We are too narrow-minded and too stiff. And that's why a lot of us don't have room for anything else. We're too narrow-minded. Nothing can get through there. And we're too stiff. We got to be flexible and open in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to metamorph, in order to change. Change into our godhood. Bring out this godhood that's within us, because the essence of us is God. This 2% goes back to the earth, and then 98% goes back to the spiritual force to transform itself into another thing. That's life. So family, strength is your ability to trust and to try new things, especially when it ain't working. Why keep beating your head against the wall, blaming the wall? The wall doing what it's supposed to do. What we need to do is get our heads out of the way and try something different. We owe that to ourselves. For instance, the civil rights movement or march was what, at least 50, 60 years ago? And now this new thing we call Black Lives Matter. What's the difference? There's no difference. So that's almost like a slap in the honor of Dr. Martin Luther King's face and all the other ones who sacrificed and who was a part of the movement. They were waking up to find out that civil rights is not the answer, but human rights are. In human rights, you have to demand, not ask. Why are we the only ones that keep asking instead of demanding and taking our rightful position as the children of God? God's children don't beg. They just take their rightful position and let the chips fall where they may. So again, let us man up, woman up, mind up, and own up. Strength, inner strength, is the key to maintaining and to represent and to honor. Family, let us do the right thing by fulfilling our purpose, and that's to be there for one another. Don't forget, develop into the leaders that we are. And leaders don't deal in politics. They avoid politics. Leaders avoid confusion. Leaders avoid they avoid politics, they avoid common sense, and they avoid turnover. Every time you turn around, it's something different. Turnover, different faces and so forth. Let's make sure that if you are a leader, you're actually a mentor. You encourage people. You give people their due by giving them a pat on the back, by letting them know that you are important, by allowing them to take part in the movement. Strength is power. Numbers is strength, and strength is power, and we are all that. So let's take our rightful position and bring out the Godhood in us and be the example for our children, who are the little us. Family, I love you. I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Continue to do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold, but you have to have a sharp discerning spirit to know the difference. So be able to change directions quickly and powerfully. Never make excuses. Children do that. So keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from. And never give up and never, ever give in, no matter how things seem as emotions, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order. God don't make no mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. And learning can be painful, but guess what? You cannot beat the blessings. So hold on, family. Trust and believe. If what you're doing is not working, try something different. You have nothing to lose. How can you lose nothing? Truly. Keep your lights on, family, and keep them bright at all times. And always remember that let the food from the tree be your meat. And let the herbs from the fields be the healing of the nation. Stop using your stomach as a graveyard by burying death in it and claiming that you're getting protein. How can anything dead give you anything but death? That's why we are sick. That's why our immune system is throwed. We got to stop putting that dead energy in our bodies, claiming that it's promoting life. That's what you call an addiction that most of us don't want to face. We're addicted to this stuff that we call meat, food. We eat a lot of foodless food. And don't forget, the quality of your blood will determine not only the quality of your skin, but the quality of your thinking, because the blood is the food to the brain. When you see people having seizures and all of that, that means their blood is full of worms that has lodged in their brain and is taking their brain over, and they're losing their balance and their ability to maintain. I'm here to tell it like it is, family. I'm giving you raw food for thought, which was my second book, Things That We Must Eat. Raw food for thought. It doesn't need any, the truth doesn't need sweetenings and mixtures and spices and all that kind of stuff. Just tell it like it is. It's good enough. Let's go old school, family, because that new school ain't working. Happy new journey, family. Be true to yourself, make it real, and keep it real. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye, your servant. Happy new journey, happy new life, happy new you. Hotep, Baraka, and peace. Till the next time.